There's a thrill, a chill that runs down your spine when you step foot in a place where the veil between our world and the other side feels paper thin. I'm Anthony, and tonight we're diving headfirst into the heart of darkness, the epicenters of unexplained phenomena. We're talking about locations so haunted, so shrouded in mystery, that the stories alone send shivers down your spine. From the shadowy corridors of ancient castles to the decaying ruins of forgotten towns, we'll be investigating the history, the legends, and the bone-chilling evidence that cements these destinations as paranormal hotspots. Get ready to confront the unknown. Get ready for ghostly gateways. Our journey into the spectral unknown begins in Norfolk, England, at the grand estate of Rainham Hall. Built in 1619, this manor holds centuries of history and a darkness that permeates its very stone. We're here to investigate the legend of the Brown Lady, said to be the spirit of Lady Dorothy Walpole, scorned and locked away by her husband. Her restless spirit has wandered the halls ever since. Often seen on the grand staircase, a mournful figure in a brown brocade dress. In 1936, photographers captured an image that shocked the world. The Brown Lady, clear as day on the staircase. The Brown Lady had been caught on film. Walking these halls, I feel a presence, a coldness that clings to me. The air is heavy with sorrow and tragedy. We're setting up our equipment, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Brown Lady. This is the time when the veil is thinnest, when spirits can cross over. From the spectral shadows of England, we journey now to the rugged Carpathian mountains of Slovakia. Nestled amongst the towering peaks sits Chaktice Castle, a once grand fortress, now a crumbling ruin, its jagged teeth biting at the sky. This place is steeped in a darkness that runs deeper than the blood-soaked soil it stands upon. This, my friends, is the lair of the Blood Countess. Countess Elizabeth Bathory, they called her, a woman of noble birth with a taste for the macabre, a hunger that could only be sated by the blood of young women. Legend has it that the Countess believed bathing in the blood of virgins would preserve her youth and beauty. Over 600 victims, some say, met their end within these very walls, drained of their life force to feed the Countess's twisted desires. The castle itself is a maze of crumbling stone, dark corridors twisting and turning, leading to hidden chambers and dungeons that once echoed with the screams of the innocent. We've heard the stories, the chilling accounts of ghostly apparitions, of disembodied screams echoing through the night. Some say the Countess's tortured soul still wanders these halls, searching for the blood she craves. The energy here is oppressive, heavy with malice. Even the sunlight seems to struggle to penetrate the darkness that permeates this place. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies a realm of silence, a city of the dead. We're venturing into the catacombs of Paris, a labyrinthine ossuary that holds the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. Imagine, if you will, miles upon miles of tunnels, stacked high with human bones, a macabre monument to mortality. The catacombs were created in the late 18th century as a solution to the city's overflowing cemeteries. The remains of millions were exhumed and brought here, arranged in a chillingly artistic fashion. Skulls stare out at you from the walls, femurs and tibias stacked like firewood. A stark reminder of the fleeting nature of life. People have reported disembodied voices, cold spots, and even ghostly apparitions wandering the tunnels. We've set up infrared cameras and audio recorders, hoping to capture evidence of the paranormal activity that has been reported here. The air is thick with anticipation as we wait in the oppressive darkness. Our next stop takes us to Fall River, Massachusetts, to a house steeped in infamy, a place where the walls still whisper the horrors of a gruesome double murder. This is the Lizzie Borden house, and believe me when I tell you The energy here is as thick as blood. On a sweltering August morning in 1892, Andrew and Abby Borden were brutally murdered in their home. Their daughter, Lizzie, was the prime suspect, but despite a sensational trial, she was acquitted. The case remains unsolved to this day, leaving a chilling question mark hanging over the house. Today, the house stands as a museum, a macabre time capsule frozen on that fateful day. Visitors have reported strange occurrences, from disembodied voices to objects moving on their own. Some say it's the restless spirits of Andrew and Abby, seeking justice, or perhaps it's Lizzie herself, forever tethered to the scene of the crime. We're setting up our gear in the house's most active areas. The sitting room, where Andrew met his end, and the upstairs bedroom, where Abby's body was found. The energy in these rooms is palpable, a chilling mix of anger, fear, and despair. Our ghostly journey takes us to the Venice Lagoon, where a sliver of land emerges from the mist, shrouded in an eerie silence. This is Poveglia, an island with a past so dark, so steeped in death and madness, that it's been quarantined, abandoned, and left to the ghosts. For centuries, Poveglia served as a dumping ground for the sick and dying. During the Black Death, thousands of plague victims were quarantined here, their bodies burned on giant pyres that lit up the night sky. Later, it became home to a mental asylum, where unspeakable experiments were said to have been conducted on the patients. Today, Poveglia stands abandoned, its buildings crumbling, reclaimed by nature. Locals whisper of the island being cursed, haunted by the tormented souls who breathed their last on its shores. We've been granted special permission to set foot on this forbidden island. As we approach by boat, a sense of dread washes over me. Our next destination takes us to a ghost town with a fiery secret, a place where the earth itself burns with an unquenchable thirst. Welcome to Centralia, Pennsylvania, a modern-day Pompeii, swallowed not by ash, but by an inferno that's been raging for over 50 years. It all began in 1962, with a fire in the town dump. The flames spread underground, igniting a vein of anthracite coal that has been burning ever since. The air is thick with the smell of sulfur, the ground warm to the touch. Most of the town's residents were forced to flee, leaving behind a ghost town of empty streets and abandoned homes, a chilling testament to the destructive power of nature. But some say the town isn't truly empty. They say the spirits of former residents still linger, shadows flitting through the smoke-filled streets. The silence here is eerie, broken only by the crackle of the fire below and the whisper of the wind through the trees. Our final destination takes us to the edge of the world, to a place where the ghosts of convicts roam free. This is Port Arthur, Tasmania, a former penal colony with a history as dark and unforgiving as the island itself. For over 40 years, this place was hell on earth for the thousands of convicts shipped here from the British Isles. Surrounded by water and guarded by ruthless men, escape was almost impossible. Life here was brutal. Prisoners were subjected to back-breaking labor, harsh punishments, and often an early grave. Today, the ruins of Port Arthur stand as a chilling reminder of our humanity's capacity for cruelty. Visitors and staff have reported seeing apparitions, hearing disembodied voices, and experiencing a feeling of being watched. As we walk through the ruins, the weight of history presses down on us. The silence is broken only by the cawing of crows and the distant crashing of waves against the shore. From the mournful halls of Raynham Hall to the fire-scarred streets of Centralia, we've journeyed to some of the most haunted locations on Earth. We've encountered chilling stories, unexplained phenomena, and the lingering energy of those who came before. But remember, as we delve into these ghostly tales, it's important to approach these locations with respect. Thank you for joining me on this terrifying trip through the world's most haunted locations. Until next time, sleep tight, if you dare.